Dr. Penrose, he was the president of Whitman College, and he come out here every year, and they would camp on the end of Penrose Point out there. And he actually was blind, which I never knew. But his family would come out here all the time. And they set up quite a campground out there. And they'd have tent platforms out through the woods and trails and everything, and a main kitchen area. And he finally got to where, well, my grandfather, right up here, he kept all of the Penrose family's supplies and everything here, and built a little cabin on the beach there for him to store his stuff. And he also had a little boat there, a launch they called it, and he'd keep it there in that building.
In that boathouse that's
Yeah.
a carpentry building, the same one?
Yeah, the one on the wall right there.
Yeah, okay.
And so we were kids, us kids were told not to ever go on that boat. And well, we obeyed what he said, almost. We'd sneak on it sometimes and all that. But anyway, then when the Penrose family would come out in the summertime, they'd pull a barge with all their supplies out there to where the campground was. And he also built a seawall around the end of the point, concrete, which my grandfather did, and to keep the bank from washing away. Well, for years and years, that seawall was given up to ghosts. And when I was a kid, you could walk out there on the beach and see remains of that seawall laying there on the beach. And it's not there anymore. But so when the park finally decided to buy Penrose Point, they wouldn't sell it, that end piece. They didn't want to sell it. So the state worked on them for a long time trying to get them to sell that. So the state decided they'd buy the tidelands clear around the point. That way they couldn't get on their property without going on the state property. And they finally did give in, and they were able to buy the whole thing. And they had a chance to buy a lot of it,
Yeah.
but they
What family?
decided
Whose family was that?
had.
Ed.
Ed
Yeah.
Boss.
Ed Boss. He had a
Jim
chance
Boss.
to buy a whole bunch of property down there, but the park.
See,
Johnny Nars.
that was school land originally,
Yeah.
which the schools back when, way back when, would buy up property for future use in case they ever needed the money or a place to build a school and stuff like that. And so when, after many years, they wouldn't decide they would never use it, then they'd sell it. But the state finally bought it for a park.